time to get on with this thing. I've had some encouragement from my dear friend and subscriber, Jimbus Maximus. This is the one that turned up yesterday. I ordered paper and linen, but I was leaning towards the paper because in my mind I just saw like matte. Obviously this is polished and can take a high polish and get very shiny, but I suppose it can also be finished to a more matte. Not Damascus steel. Fat carbon from my box of offcuts. Try and follow that curve a little bit, maybe. Maybe not. Be a real hassle. I don't know, actually. I just wanted it to be black. Maybe I'll just use the carbon fiber as well for that. I think I'll just use the carbon fiber, actually. A different fat carbon offcut. I got these offcuts from the Fat Carbon website. They're selling a couple of bags of just random offcuts, so I snagged one. So that's, wow, that looks really cool through the camera. That's like the conventional weave on that side. Interesting little defect there. And I'm really liking how that looks through the camera, actually, more than in person. I thought that this side was quite interesting. Don't have to decide now. Also, bear in mind that that side is like polished, or it has the... Yeah, it's effectively polished, and that's cut. So this could be polished and made shiny. However, I think I want matte black. So yeah, it's a different carbon fiber from the other one. Funny, you know, you think that they're the same until you look at them up close and realize, wow, that's totally different weave. And the color and everything different. Also, it's a little bit thicker. I fudged it with the grinder, with the angle grinder, and I bit in here. So I'm going to have to reprofile. And it's actually kind of easy to burn the steel, but you know, it's not going to affect the end bevel. Yeah, so kind of fudge that slightly, but actually, you know, I think that's kind of cool in a way. That might have been, I mentioned how I was thinking about flattening out the profile a little bit, and this isn't exactly that. It's almost giving me a bit more belly, but anyway, it is what it is. And it's been taking me a long time. I thought it was going to take 20 minutes. I'm 40 minutes in, but I did get a little sidetracked. And I think you kind of see my thinking on this offcut here. It was the one offcut that looked like you could make a tiny knife, and then I realized that instead of just cutting it off and then grinding it, why not grind it and then cut it off? So that's how that's going. Very painstaking. Try not to burn that tip there. I think I'm going to go in with a diamond file for a minute and familiarize myself with the terrain. And I'll probably go back to the grinder, but this is with an arbor wheel. I don't have speed control or anything, so it's you know, it's pretty tricky trying to get it lined up and get in there. But you know, otherwise there was no way I wasn't going to burn it anyway. I figure with the grinder, well, maybe, but I think this way I'm actually going to end up conserving a bit more of the steel, if you see what I mean, for this Little mini knife here. CPM 15V mini knife.